both ripped away. Team Secret will get Hammers his Gragas though, so that kind of balances things out, Mika.
Well, I feel like, okay, the Kai'Sa coming in. I have a question here about the Darius. Again, really, really scary what came out of Noelle in game number 2. I mean, are we gonna see that over here? What are your thoughts?
It could be both Darius or Jarvan 4. I think they should wait it out and pick it later for Noelle. They should pick the mid lane right here because TF also. Oh, okay, all right. They're gonna pick it right away because they also got TF left open. The Urana, Ari. Yeah, there's so many pick here.
Wow. Okay, so this is going to be, if this Akali is locked in, then there's probably Akali top, Camille jungle.
Could be mid, right? I mean,
we're just waiting on the mid laner. BURIRAM have given Archony the counter pick. Oh, this is so fun. This is a full commit to an early game composition from Team Secret if they lock in this Pantheon. They're going to be trying to win this game during the first couple of minutes, during the first 10 minutes or so, and just steamroll it. And if they can get that going, if they can play through the Pantheon and Kai'Sa, then BURIRAM are going to be in real trouble, I think. So they match it. They go for the Twisted Fate, which is one of the two characters, Galio being the other one, and he's banned down. They can match the Pantheon's roam across the map and can kind of teleport right when the Pantheon jumps across the map. So I think it's a really heads-up draft by Team Secret and really well matched by BURIRAM. But I frankly give Team Secret the edge. I think this is a really good start to them in the early game.
Yeah, it looks much better than the previous one for sure. I'm curious to see how Pantheon gonna work in this meta because we don't see a lot of Pantheon here, right? So
no,
yeah, should be great.
We don't. And I believe actually Team Secret have brought it out quite a lot, especially in the group stages. So right now, I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, my hands are really clammy and we are going into game 3. It could be BURIRAM's game or Team Secret could come back. We'll find out. Casters, over to you guys.
And that nervousness is well deserved, Mika, because these two teams are the final bastions of hope for the Philippine region and the Thailand region respectively, Omo.
It is indeed, and both of these two teams, the hopes of their regions resting on their backs right now as we're going into third, and what could possibly be the final game of this whole series, Grandin.
Winner of this series goes to the Horizon Cup, and well, Omo, I think that's all I have to say. Let's take a look at these drafts. Let's take a look at these drafts here.
We will indeed, and what I do like from Team Secret is that they're bringing out the special sauce. You know, this is, when you think of Team Secret, when you think of their creativity, their adaptability in draft, this is exactly what you think of. Camille first pick, flex it to the jungle, get the Akali counter pick to the Darius, put the Pantheon into counter pick to Twisted Fate. A lot of very cheeky stuff that works so well for them. On the other side though, BURIRAM United, I think overall, very solid team composition from top to bot, have answers to everything like TJ mentioned. Twisted Fate answers the global from Pantheon, answers the Shroud from Akali, answers attempts from Camille to hit the side lanes. So really good draft from both of these teams, and I think it comes down to who plays it better.
You know, I love that you mentioned that because we've seen how well Azar is able to carry on this Akali, even in losing positions. He's a huge playmaker for his team, and he's double back down now. He's gone from, well, I'm gonna be a partial sword, I'm gonna be that Fiora. It's a pretty sharp blade, but it's a fencing sword. You know, it's not as sharp. Now you have this full-on damage sword. Well, it's an early game scuffle. It's nothing too crazy, almost just the mid lane fighting it out.
We've seen a lot of blood buffs today, so I got a bit hopeful there. But just that.
Yeah, but Azar's running it back. He's back on this Akali, his signature pick, I would almost say, up against Noelle's Darius here.
I would say that this has been one of his best performing picks this entire tournament, so I'm happy to see him on it up against a good matchup with Noelle's Darius, but Noelle trading pretty dangerously back and forth here.
Yeah, for good reason. Look at how well he was able to kite the aggro from Noelle, dish damage back, and, well, just be in a good lane position. It takes Shiva moving to the top side to react to that and respond to that directly.
Yeah, for sure as well, and both of these teams, they will just back away. Nothing too spicy happening just yet. I do like Trevor coming to keep sharing waves, keep sharing experience, and pushing it in with Tatsuri, because we get to see what's on your screen right now. 4-man to bot lane.
Form at the bot lane, and it's going to be Team Secret looking for the re-engage. The hookshot comes in. Supporters there along with Kinemon, but 4 collapsing in quickly. No ultimate for Archony is difficult to follow up with. Supporters going to be the first casualty to fall, but they buy enough time to take down Tatsuri as well. And the second shot coming across, Chewy barely survives here. Archony, he needs 5 quick.
Chewy blinking red.
That's it! That's it! The Destiny comes across, but flashing away to get the heal in time, and Archie won't get a kill back.
Archie will not indeed. Chewie picks up the honey fruit as well. Everyone's staying alive, but Shiba, do you want more?
No way, no way. He's staying for this. Trevor's gonna be down
wait.
there. Tatsuri as well to get the ultimate off. Looking to take him down quickly. Feather Storm, pull back the feathers. Kid him on. That's all you got to do. He's looking for Chewie. Now one more auto attack, but you have to worry about the Pantheon. The Grand Skyfall intercepted by Supporter. It's a bloodbath in the early game. Omo, what on earth is going on in this third game?
Gaminism, I couldn't tell you. Both of these teams, they come here out for blood, and ultimately, let me do some quick math in my head. Ultimately, BURIRAM come out on top. They get one more kill, but it's just that close. Both of these teams, they want blood. You look at the team comps. Pantheon wants blood. He wants to fight. Twisted Fate, he wants to be active early. No one wants to give up an inch in this final game. We saw game 1, started off aggressive. We saw game 2, slowed down a bit, but here, it's a bloodbath from the get-go.
But it's so big because now they've expended so much right before the Dragon's coming up. It's 20 seconds till that's available. Are they going to contest for this?
Surely they have to. Both of these teams, they don't want to give up a single thing. We got to keep that in mind. Even though you don't have ultimates available for the side of BRU, they still will likely want to take a fight. Now, the main thing to be careful of, Noel cannot drop here. He's in a pretty dangerous position. No teammates behind him. All right, just going to go for the recall. I want to see which of these teams opt to go for which objective. BRU, their main goal right now should be to try to stall out the fights so their outs can come back up.
I love the way they're splitting around this right now. Look at the positioning coming from BRU. You have Kinemon on the bot side. You have Archie, Shiba, and Supporter in the mid side. So you're constantly pressuring both objectives. Here we go. They jump onto Archie first. Supporter's trying to buy time for his mid laner, but the TF will fall. And the second pickup for Team Secret.
Huge start to the fight there for Team Secret. And this is what we talked about. When your teammates don't have your back, you need to play it safer. BURIRAM failed to recognize that. Trevor gets on top of Archie. Flashes too late. You're stuck in the ultimatum. You have nowhere to go. And Hamas with the MVP cost now. What's going on here?
Am I seeing this right? Slow. They're charging back up. Assault Battery dives into the back. They're looking to maybe take one down. The goal cut's ready. Shiba's so deep in there. He's looking for Hermes. Finds a little bit more damage. Has to flash away. You still watch out for Azar. He's kiting right around the edge. Noel flashes in. Misses out the upper hand. But they push Team Secret off the Rift Herald.
And I don't know how BRU make it back in time. Shiba respawns. Archie comes in with the Destiny's Gate. Team Secret, no outs left available. Means that they will lose the fight. Will have to give up the Rift Herald, even though they were the ones finding the picks from the get-go. And this should just be BRU being able to pick up both objectives here.
I mean, Game 3, the kill scores do not reflect just how action-packed the game has become here, Omo. I mean, frankly, this looks like the game between Team Secret and Evo's Esports in the group stage, right? This is how aggressive they are.
But there's still a kill a minute. It's just that there was the potential for that to be double the kills right now. But both these teams just getting away with one tick of health every single time. And here we go, Dragon being started out. Look at Team Secret's positioning. They do not want to give this one up.
It's quickly being picked up by BRU, but Team Secret are right here as well. Azar, no ultimate, no perfect execution, and still a ways away.
Trevor?
But the same could be said for Kinemon. Trevor's gonna get into the pit first, flash forward. Azar looking for maybe something here as well. He's coming in now. Big ultimate from the Pantheon, but it's split up the fight, unable to take down Archie, who survived for such a long time. Kinemon's come online. Instead, the Dragon goes over to Secret, as the Featherstorm will buy a little bit more space. Supporter tries to make a captain's play. Kinemon needs to get something done. Well, he's here to play. He's found to, but out of mana means out of options.
And Dragon goes over to Team Secret, but I have no idea how BURIRAM managed to trade back evenly. Amazing team fight for Team Secret. Sets it up with the Hexag ultimatum. Pantheon ultimate flies in on top of that one, and Kinemon. It's a heartbreaker to say this, but he could have won the fight for his team. Mispositioning of his feathers means that will be it. And BRU, they start falling behind. Team Secret, they're finding the little edges in these team fights, but what we need to keep in mind, Gaminism, is the scaling advantage of BRU. You have to remember, Pantheon falls off a cliff. If he doesn't keep this snowball rolling, he is gonna get derailed very shortly.
I think that's actually the law, right? He literally falls off a cliff. That's how the Grand Skyfall works. Is it how it works?
Well, Gaminism, I'm a competitive gamer, and when I play competitive games, I don't read the law.
Yeah, you know what?
Hey
that
kids,
just sounds
say
like you're
yes
no
to
fun.
no reading.
You're no fun, Omo. The lore is what excites me. Let's take a look at what excites Archony, because it might be a kill up in the top side. They're looking to maybe take down Tatsuri here. No gold card available just yet. They find it, a little bit more damage, but they have to worry about Kinemon dropping down low as well. The barrier comes across, one more attack, the flash away, and they barely survive, but they take down Tatsuri.
I can hear the sighs of frustration from Tatsuri all the way from the Philippines to Singapore. That one was a heartbreaker. I don't know if his Ignite was up, but it was such a shame.
Oh my goodness. Explosive cast, Killer Instinct, dodges away with the Captain Ray, but still falls. It's the flash forward though. Follow-up comes in with the rest of his team. Hextech Ultimatum dodges away from a decent amount of damage. Treble faces off against 2, but it's the 2 without damage on BRU.
And I always say these, but once again, these two teams, they are playing it to the limits. They are pushing their champions to the absolute maximum, using ultimates to dodge everything they can, and this is as good as it gets. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're viewing right now is peak Wild Rift.
The best of the best, but only one can face SBTC in the grand finals of the SEA Championships. Take that second spot in the Horizon Cup. And Omo, you might have to hold me. I'm a little bit scared here. Things are getting pretty intense way too quickly for me.
Yeah, we have to keep in mind, this is a great game from Team Secret, but they are on match point for BRU. They cannot slip up. They have the miracle team fights in their back pocket, I'll grudge you that. But you have to keep in mind that Pantheon falls off a cliff, as in the law, like you said. So if they don't keep this going, I'm gonna get a bit worried for Team Secret. As of how things are right now, they look good, they're willing to take the team fights, but they cannot slip up.
I want to give a little bit of credit over to Chewy as well, because while we put the attention on guys like Azar and Tatsuri in a lot of these moments, Chewy has been silently farming up a storm. He's 2-1-4, he's 1,000 gold up over his lane opponent, and well, frankly, he's hit his item power spikes, and he's looking good in these mid-game team fights.
He's looking really good, and what you got to keep in mind as well is that Kinemon has been farmed a lot by his team. Every objective setup, you will see Kinemon catching waves in a side lane, being funneled the gold. They know he can carry. They know against a dive comp, this Xayah is so potent. But still, on the other hand, Chewy manages to find a lead for himself, rotating when his team needs him, being first to this team fight, securing team fight wins, and he's gonna be a big factor here. Now the question for BRU is, can we kill Chewy? If the answer to that is yes, I think they might just take a team fight.
That's what they're hoping for when they draft for the Violent, when they draft for the Rakan, is to take down these squishy priority targets early on. Now, Infernal Dragon coming up in 20 seconds. It's a big objective. One. Both teams have to contest for this, and frankly, it looks like Team Secret, well, their team fighting is just a little bit stronger at this point, Omo.
Yeah, the champions are spiking really hard right now. BRU, they need a little bit more time. They need to find picks. They need to use the Twisted Fate advantage to really find something, chunk someone out, kill someone on the side of Team Secret before these team fights starts. Now, if you don't do that and you go into these 5v5s, Team Secrets, they're really scary right now.
Tatsuri has his ultimate, so you can join in the fight at a moment's notice. BURIRAM United, the ones to start up the Dragon first. They're looking for an angle in. This is a repeat of what we just saw. Omo Treble's coming in now. Noel buying time at the side post in Chewy. It's going to be a bad spot for them to be in because Killer Instinct is going to take him down. Meanwhile, the Dragon goes over to BRU, but you still have to watch out for Treble, who's coming with the Hextech Ultimatum. There's no resets. They don't have enough damage to take down Chewy, who's free hitting the back line. He's vibing in the back line. Still want to take down Kinemon. It's so difficult for them to get anything done. Archony will fall as well. It's a full team ace for Secret off the backs of Chewy.
Chewy starts that fight off of an assassination onto Noel, and he ends off the fight diving into the back line, flashing into the entire squad of BURIRAM United to pick up a team ace there. Amazing stuff coming in from Team Secret. They are not out of it just yet, and they are proving it, coming in strong in this game tree. Now, if we can take a look at the replay of that team fight, I want to see how things exactly went down. So many things to look at right there. Noel gets dropped from the start. Azar gets dropped from the start, but Team Secret, and especially Chewy, big props to them.
Who do you think you are, Omo? You're not Riku. You can't just call for the production fourth wall break. You gotta wait your turn. If they come with the replay, you get the replay. Otherwise, no replay for you.
Let there be replays. I have to try.
BURIRAM United, though, they're still looking to try and hold things together for their team. Baron wasn't picked up, so Team Secret, they don't have that big tempo advantage. It wasn't the biggest loss in the world, but it is now starting to stack up. 6,000 gold for Team Secret ahead.
Yeah, we talked about it. They need to keep the snowball rolling. Pantheon needs to keep his leads, and he's doing just that. We see how effective he is in the team fight. Supporter,
watch out for Supporter here, because it looks like it's not the best engage for Team Secret, because you might take down the Rakan, but is there going to be any follow-up? Team Secret is so fast to pounce on the corpse of BURIRAM.
Many ultimates used there for Team Secret, though. The main thing is BRU, they just need to be careful. There we go, Destiny Youth.
Oh, but so quickly
Azar.
they take down Archony. Azar coming up huge in his game number 4. Exactly what we were looking for the top laner of Team Secret.
And we talked about Zakali being one of his best performers, and he's proving why. Gets the solo kill, Johnny has the pull, gets out of dodge, and he 1v3s in the back line of BURIRAM United and gets out alive. Noel's gonna get caught as well. Team Secret, they're gonna have their cake and eat it too.
You have to watch out for these moments here, Noel. He might come in, gets the kill onto Hermes if the bleed goes across, and it will. But that's it. The Baron has gone over to Team Secret. The damage was done.
The damage has been done indeed, and Archony, look at what he's buying right now. No rapid fire cannons for this man, no utility, none of that nonsense. He just wants to dish out the big damage, and who can blame him? Look at the team composition on the side of Team Secret. All short ranged, mostly melees. If he gets in range, if he pops a card on someone, he is gonna do a lot of damage there.
Sure. Looking for that Rabadon. Once he gets it, he's gonna do damage. But he can't survive against Azar.
He can't.
Azar dives him and takes him down.
He has
well.
no Zhonya's is the
I
thing.
say that. Flashing forward, they get the upper hand off the assault battery, layer the crowd control onto Azar. The gold card means he will fall. But Team Secret, they still have 4 in the mid lane.
They have 4 in the mid lane and so many ultimates. Well, I say that, but only the Vi out committed here from Shiba. I think BRU, they should be able to defend their inhibitor. Will lose the tier 2. Now, what went wrong there, Gamenism? Azar got impatient. All he needed to do was to wait for his team to be on the mid lane wave. And if BRU attempts that play, they take the inhibitor. Azar gets a bit impatient, gets punished for it. Temple stalls for Team Secret. They are still firmly in the lead, but they need to find a little bit more. Now the question is, will this Mountain Dragon be the last inch that they need to close this one out?
That's a good question that you have to ask Omo. Well, it looks like Treble is jumping on the Archony here.
Did you
Very
see what
well
was going on there? They were playing a bit of a chess match in their brains. Archony was holding the gold card and he knew he couldn't throw it because the moment he threw the gold card, Camille would Hextech ultimatum to dodge it and solo kill him. So what he did was he threw the wild cards to try to bait the ultimatum. Didn't work. So he just waited and waited and waited, and Trevor got impatient, went for the hook shot, and he gets out of dodge. Really cool chess match there from the two of them.
Gotta love these kind of insights, Omo, giving us information on what these guys are doing. They're playing 2 different games at once.
They are. They're playing 4D chess. We're here playing Wild Rift. They're playing chess and Wild Rift.
Well, Baron is expired on the side of Team Secret, so a bit of the tempo lost for them. But they found so much in that time. They built up this 8,000 gold advantage. Well, frankly, it's looking a little bit insurmountable for BRU.
It really is. I think it's close to being insurmountable. They have maybe another couple of minutes. What is this, though?
Doesn't matter that Tatsuri's champion has fallen off a cliff, because he's still doing a lot of damage, and he's bought enough time for the rest of his team to come in.
Tatsuri.
Noel is going to fall here.
Tatsuri played that so well. Noel knew he was done for, and here we go. It's not done yet.
The jumping back in, Chewy's offloading some good damage onto Shiba. Unfortunately, unable to convert that into more. Nice Featherstorm to dodge away from the explosive cast.
Gamenism.
But it's close.
Both of these teams are playing on a knife's edge right now. Mechanics being exhibited to their fullest extent. Tatsuri, a lot of credit to him. He recognizes that Noel was solo killable by him. He uses his shield to block out the Darius spin to make sure he can't heal up. Really good stuff, really good mechanics. Little details being executed to the fullest by both of them. And I think what we're seeing is Team Secret finally starting to wake up with 9,000 gold lead.
And we're looking at a pretty late game team from both sides now, Omo. Who scales up better? Who do you think is going to win these late game fights?
Gamenism, I don't know what to tell you. If we're looking at the game state right now and we go into the late game, I would say Team Secret just based on the lead that they have. Now, if you say it's an even game and we go into 20 minutes, I would say BURIRAM United might just take this one here.
All right, so we're still in it. BRU might have a chance to win back, but Team Secret firmly in the lead and jumping onto Hermes versus just the support. Supporter will come in as well. Kinemon trying to offload some damage. Treble has jumped in on him, unable to take down the Zaya, but they're unable to take down the Camille as well. Tatsuri now going to jump back into the fight. Noel will fall in the process, and none have fallen from Team Secret. The knockup comes cross though. They take it down Azar. They might be able to find a second on the Tatsuri. Kinemon unable to find more done. Flashing forward, the Gathian rain a couple more auto attacks with a stun onto the Zaya. They just can't kill him though, and he pulls back for the feathers to take down Tatsuri as well.
Gamenism, what are we watching right now? These teams, I cannot keep up. The human eye literally cannot see what they're doing. They're playing out of their minds. And Team Secret, it was a bit of a botched dive attempt for them, but they will still get the numbers advantage. They kill 3, and I believe this should just be the Baron for them as well.
You say that, Omo, but it was the fight started by BRU. BRU are the ones to pull the trigger first, to jump onto Hermes. Well, now they're back on the Baron. They have to try and contest for this. There's 3 in their faces. They're moving on the treble first. Hextech Ultimatum once again available for them. Kid One still does not have his flash, does not have his ultimate. He will go down in the face of Secret.
And BRU elect to full send, and that's exactly what happened. They didn't want to give up the Baron, so they give up the Baron and possibly the game while they are at it. Kinemon had no Feather Storm. That's the big thing. He needs it to dodge the Hextech ultimatum. It not being up means that he will just get caught, gets taken down. Chewy flies on top of his head, and that's how this matchup plays out. If Kai'Sa has to run at you and you kite him back as Xayah, you're generally in a good spot. Now, if Kai'Sa gets on your head, he's gonna take you down.
Omo.
And Team Secret, they won the game.
They want the game, Omo. Team Secret are on it. They're doing it in BRU fashion, saying this is revenge for what you did to us before.
10 seconds.
It's the last stand for BRU, who are trying to face off against Secret, but they cannot do it not against this final form Secret, who take 1 game back.
Indeed, final form Secret is what